Okay, I can't really think of anywhere else to link the stream, so I'm gonna be getting underway in a moment here. Just gonna close my actual Twitch window, that way, like, there's absolutely no risk of getting, like, double audio, and hopefully it'll make my internet a bit less laggy. Okay, gonna switch over to gameplay. Okay, I did actually put in a little bit of a background. Like, you guys shouldn't see my mouse at all, but, like, there is actually a little bit of a background to it this time, because, like, the whole thing didn't fit, so I spent, like, 5 minutes in, fucking Paint Tool side, whipped up a background and used Paint for the text, because I haven't downloaded GIMP or anything. Okay, so okay, you're gonna have to tell me if this is kind of loud, because like the actual game is pretty loud. Wait, hold on. I think a chunk of Reese's is stuck in my keyboard. Yep, now it's gone. Oh wow, that waveform says the sound is super loud. Hold on, let me turn down the desktop audio a bit. Okay, so full disclosure, I am doing this on an emulator because I don't have a capture card to use my actual, like, cartridge with. And that's also why the text is moving so freaking slow. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to... Okay, I'm just gonna kind of skip this monologue, because, like everyone knows, like, pretty much anyone who's ever seen a Pokemon game is familiar with this monologue. So, boy or girl, gonna select girl, of course, because I just think the girl trainer is really fucking cute in this game. Can I fit it? Alright, I forgot to check. Hold on. Okay, so... Select this backspace? Really? Yeah, let's switch that to left shift. Okay. Okay, I can't fit it. So I'll just go with Tetra. Yep. Now here's the thing. What am I gonna name the rival? Should I go with one of the default names or pick a new one? Like, I'm not gonna name him something like asshat or douchebag or anything like that, because that's just overdone. Also, I'm not using a controller, I'm using the keyboard, so that's kind of weird. You know, I probably should have thought of this before I started. Well, I'm just gonna grab something real quick, just because I also forgot to take that out. I'm gonna need it in a little bit. How about... Oh, it's not gonna work. I was gonna name him Dillweed, but that's not gonna fit unless I remove one of the L's. You know what? Nope, nope, fucking... Dillweed. Oh, hey Alex. Hold on a second. We're gonna lose a little bit of we're gonna lose game audio for a quick moment. Because bam. Now you're a mod, Alex. And Shell, you should be a mod too, but it says you're not. Huh. Okay, so now you're both mods. Trevor, I actually kind of like that. You know, I think I am gonna name it Trevor. There we go. Like I was trying to think, okay, what people do I know who were real dicks when I was growing up? And admittedly, like I remember a Bryant. I remember like almost every other Tom I've met has been a dick. Whatever, that'll work. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. Okay, so first things first. Why is text speed set to slow? Why? Why is that default? Set frame to... Let's set it to 2 because that looks old. That looks kind of old school. It might be a bit weird because as I said, this is in an emulator. So yeah, shit might be a little weird. Withdraw the potion because this is a fucking Nuzlocke. We can't take any chances. You know, you can walk around and like talk to everyone, but I'm just gonna get this underway because there's gonna be a lot of downtime in this freaking series because there's gonna be a lot of grinding. Like, not as much grinding as some other Pokemon Challenge runs, but still, there's gonna be a shitload of grinding because I don't want my guys to all die right away. Excuse me. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Tetra. I keep wanting to say Tetriana because that's normally what I name female characters, but it wouldn't fit. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha! The Pokemon are inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now at my old age, I only have these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Okay, a bit of backstory. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Oh, be patient, Trevor. You can have one too. Okay, so a bit of backstory. Like a million years ago, my friend wanted to, okay, so Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. Like, my friend wanted to do a Pokemon, like, abridged series, and he wanted me to do a lot of the Pokemon voices and the voice of Professor Oak. And I told him, like, if I do Oak, I'm just gonna do a shitty Sean Connery voice. So that's why I do that. Okay, I got my trusty D6 here. And 1 and 2 is gonna be Bulbasaur. 3, 4 is gonna be Squirtle. 5 and 6 is gonna be Charmander. Let's roll to see what we get. 6, so Charmander. This is gonna be painful. I keep going to go to Waz to move. Charmander! Yes. You know, before I started the stream, Alex requested that if I got a Squirtle or a Charmander, to nickname him Scoot. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because, like, because it's gonna take me like an hour to come up with a decent nickname. Scoot. Okay, and, alright, I forgot to explain the rules of the Nuzlocke. Okay, so for those of you who've never seen a Nuzlocke before, basically, the rules are, if a Pokemon faints, it's dead. You can't use it anymore. The first Pokemon you see in a route, that's the Pokemon you have to catch. Like, if it faints or runs away, too bad, you're not getting a Pokemon. I do use the species clause, so where if I already have it registered in my Pokedex, so like if it has like the little Pokeball next to its name when you encounter it, then I could skip that one and catch the next one. Some additional rules are have the battle style like on set, so that way like you don't get any free switch-ins. And I'm debating on whether or not to use item restrictions, because those are kind of popular too. I don't think I'm gonna use any item restrictions, or if I do, it'll be like 2 or 3 potions per battle. Like 2 or 3 items per battle. But right now, we're gonna get immediately challenged by our rival, who, because you picked first, he picked the Pokemon who was strong against you. And by the way, I'm actually really happy I didn't get Squirtle. Mostly because on my actual, like, cart, I'm doing a Nuzlocke. And I got to the rival battle in Cerulean City. And I almost lost because he kept putting my Pokemon to sleep and using Leech Seed with his Bulbasaur. Anyway, like Oak was just explaining this battle. It's very simple. Just pick a move and go. Some moves do damage based on your type. And this one is based entirely on your type because this was before the physical special split. So like all fire moves are special attack, even if it's like Fire Punch and like, you know, stuff like that. But like yeah, right now, like, this is a super simple battle. All you gotta do is, like, it is possible to lose this, and if I lose this, I'm gonna have to restart. Which thankfully I didn't lose. almost had to use the potion there. Maybe we just get a free level out of that. I'm just opening my Gatorade. There we got a level that. We defeated Trevor. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon? I'm sorry, I kind of want to give him like an annoying voice because he's just a dick. Yes, battle trainers get experience. Yada yada. Yeah, trainers do actually give you more experience, so later on when I get the Versus Seeker, I'm going to be using the shit out of that for grinding. Now we're left to our own devices, we can go! Okay, now I can't catch a Pokemon right now, so like I'm not gonna count like until by the way, talk to this guy, get a free potion. So that's super useful. So yeah, like like normally the first Pokemon I run into well, this Pokemon would be the Pokemon I have to catch, but I actually can't catch a Pokemon, so it doesn't count. I will say this though, like doing a Nuzlocke of Generation 2 is kind of interesting because by the time you can catch a Pokemon, your starter is normally like level like 9, like 8 or 9, depending on how many random encounters you get. By the way, like I'm not gonna use like any custom music or anything for this. I just fucking love the music in these games so much. Scratch! Scratch! Okay, so, and also, by the way, later on, Rattata and Raticate are gonna be the bane of my fucking existence. Entirely because of fucking Hyper Fang. Scoot learned Ember! Also, I'm really glad I didn't actually get a, another reason I'm really glad I didn't get Squirtle is because, like, if it survived all the way to, Celadon. Yeah, Celadon. All the way to Celadon City, then I would, like, when I got the Eevee there, then I would have had to pick something other than Vaporeon, which is my favorite Pokemon, so I'm gonna wanna use me a Vaporeon. We just got a parcel for Professor Oak. Okay, so when I was little, like first playing this game, I had no idea what the fuck parcel was. I honestly thought it was something like I was not reading it right because my reading comprehension was like even shittier than it is now, which is amazing. Like I always thought it was like some kind of like medication or something that I had to deliver to him, because my brain was like that begins with a P. There's an I and an L in it. Is it some kind of pill? Like, is it medicine? But no, it's a custom Pokeball. Now Trevor gets here and he's like, "What did you want me for?" And like, he gives us Pokédexes, which he could have done earlier, to be perfectly honest. Like, but, you know, they had to, like, they use this as a way to, like, okay, just so you get used to battles. You know, other than the rival thing, so maybe you can get a couple levels in. And he's like, you know, I don't need you for this. I'm gonna tell my sister not to give you a town map. And then he just busts off. That little douchebag gets his own theme music. Okay, this is really, really fucking dumb, but like every time he, like now for some reason, every time he leaves, like I just kind of hear the one line from the Dragon Ball Z abridged Bardock special, like the one that's not like, oh hey, he went back in fucking time with Frieza's death ball, the original one, where like Bardock just like leaves because none of the Saiyans are listening, and one of the guys in the back was like, wow, that guy's a douche. Okay, let's see what our first team member is. A Pidgey! Yay! I mean, like Pidgeot is actually really good. I just never really trained him that far. You know, because they're like so weak, you can just throw a Pokeball at him. Like, you can actually throw one, like, right away and still catch it. But I figured I'd hit it once. Pidgey, the tiny Pokemon, is supposed to be bird Pokemon. Does not like to fight, it hides in tall grass and so on, foraging for food such as small bugs. Yes, another thing with Nuzlocks is that you have to nickname every single Pokemon you catch. That way it hurts that much more when they die. And I'm just gonna give it my default name for Pidgey, for like the Pidgeys I catch. Ha. Just cause like their cries is like, so it's like, ta! Like when it just pops up. You know, actually, let's go back to my house. Talk to our mom. Sadly, this is literally her only use for the entirety of the game. She's just a place to heal. Nope, I said go up. Let's switch Ta out front. There's gonna be a lot of like switch grinding. So it's like I'll just throw a Pokemon out. Like I'll like have a Pokemon out front, then I'll switch to another one. Like to get levels. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of fighting here, not too much. Because like there's an area like right next to the city we're going where you can where I can catch another Pokemon like pretty much right away. Go, Scoot! I'll give you this, Alex. That was a really good idea. That's a really good nickname. I like it. Honestly, most of the time, I just tend to name my fire starters Hiei after the character from Yu Yu Hakusho. Hiei or Homura. Which Homura is literally fire in Japanese. I fucking love the music from this game. Holy shit. It's like pure, unadulterated nostalgia. Okay, so after we catch this next Pokemon on this one route coming up, I think that's when I'm gonna do the first grinding session. And like during grinding sessions, I'm mostly just gonna be like rambling about shit. So like that'd be a good chance to ask like questions or like give me a topic to talk about. Hold on, real quick. Just checking for hidden items. It feels like there'd be one hidden right here or right in that patch down there. Like, I do know where a handful of hidden items are, but not, like, a lot. By the way, I do this when I'm playing Pokemon, when I'm playing, like, these older Pokemon games normally. Like, while I'm playing, I'm just kind of singing the song. I'm just kind of, like, humming along in my head. It's just so fucking good! Okay, we'll talk to, Okay, now, normally before, if we were trying to go up here, that old guy would have stopped us. In the English version, in all the English versions of the first generation, he's complaining because he hasn't had his coffee. There's another potion right there. Like, but in the original Japanese version, he is drunk. He is, like, laying in the road, just hungover. And he's not letting anyone pass. And the girl there's like, oh, sorry, my dad's just drunk. Oh, hey, a Mankey! That'll help. This is our next Pokemon. Definitely switching fucking Pa out of there, because... Oh, wait, no. Never mind, that would have... That's a good type matchup on my part. Excuse me. This Mankey's a bit more durable. Another Pokeball. Yeah. Okay, now here's the real question. The fuck are we gonna name this Mankey? Light and agile on its feet, and a ferocious temperament. When angered, it flies into an uncontrollable frenzy. I cannot fucking read tonight. Like, holy crap. Anyway. You know, that's actually, like, really fitting. Will that fit? I think that'll fit? There's also a girl. I'm just gonna see if it'll fit. Oh yeah, it'll easily fit. Okay, so actually, I got one that's a reference. She's Son Goku, yes. Actually, no. Actually, Shell, no. Son Wukong is who Son Goku is based off of. Actually, I got a good one. Wanda. Like Wanda Rousey, the MMA fighter who's like super into Pokemon. Okay, so we could go further down on this route, but there's a rival fight there, and I don't want to die this early because literally no one but Scoot is leveled up. I forgot his name. I kept wanting to say Swoop or Swood. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I figured Scoot was a male. Okay, I'm actually going to grind up in the forest because, like, yeah, there's nothing really else to do here except for buy a couple antidotes, which I'm gonna do. Because fucking Weedle. I'll buy 10. I'll buy 3 potions, 3 Pokeballs. I didn't want to go that far down. And 1 Paralyze Heal. Save the rest of the money for later. Yeah, there's nothing else to do in this town. Like, there is a gym, but it's locked because no one's there. And no one in these towns gives you anything more than tutorial information. Look, I don't care. I know how to catch Pokemon. I already caught 2. I really wish you could skip these. But, you know, you can't because it's fucking Pokemon. And it's... Like, I understand why, because it's a game for kids, and I just dropped the cap to my Gatorade. Like, it's a game for kids, so you can't really, you know, skip it. And, like, because, like, you know, you need to, like, if the kids didn't figure it out, then you gotta tell them. And then, of course, there are older people who are like, tutorials? Who the fuck needs those? And then they'll skip the tutorial and get pissed that they don't know how to play the game. Okay, I'm going to skip this grass because I think this is technically the same as the route on the other end of the forest. Just make sure this is Route 2. I'm actually going to write that down. Route 2. Okay, here, not gonna lie, I'm probably either gonna catch a Weedle or a Caterpie. Free antidote right there. But who knows, I might end up catching a... Like, I have like a 5% chance of bringing to a Pikachu. Nope, it's Caterpie. Go Ta! Now these guys are actually weak enough to where I don't feel like Ta or Wanda are gonna get slaughtered, so just gonna bump into it a few times. Using String Shot to continuously lower my speed. Should be good enough. Use the Pokeball. Huzzah! Caterpie was caught! It's covered with green skin. When it grows, it sheds the skin, covers itself with silk, and becomes a cocoon. And what am I going to name this bug? Okay, so what I do in my usual Nuzlocks, if a name does just pop into my head, I normally just kind of make sounds until I come up with one. So let's do the first one with this one. What letter should I start with? Oh wait, no, actually no. Do I want to use this name now or save it for a Pokemon that I'm confident will last longer? Because I kind of want to name her Xander, because that's just a cool name. But even if she does survive, I'm probably gonna replace her with something down the line. I think I got one. Landra. That'll work. Welcome to the team, Landra. Now, while I'm going to run around this forest, battle everything I can to get levels, and hope that I can kill Metapod and Kakuna fast, because those are the best experience in this forest. And the second thing I ran into was a fucking Pikachu. I could have had a Pikachu. Son of a bitch. Yeah. This is annoying. Yay! Toss paralyzed. Good thing I bought that paralyzed heal. Oh shit! I forgot their move. I forgot their move is fucking Thundershock, not Tackle. Well, Toss out. Let's go, Scoot. Thankfully, I bought that paralyzed heal. You know, if I run into like almost nothing but Pikachu at this point on, I'm going to be very annoyed. I'm gonna use the potion. You know, mostly because like I have spent 1 or 2 points. I've spent an hour looking for Pikachu. Like, specifically. Like, I just kept running into other things, and it was just like, nope, you just keep getting Pikachu. Sorry. I mean, you just keep getting things other than Pikachu. Like, there's a 5% chance of running into Pikachu. I ran into 2 in a row after I ran into a Caterpie. If this wasn't a Nuzlocke, I would have a Pikachu right now. Yeah. Oh, well, at least Wanda did good for her starting battle. You know, I kind of miss this, where it tells you the stats of the Pokemon who leveled up, like, in your party. Again, not... Which, I understand why they don't do that now, since EXP shares an shares it with the entire party, not just the Pokemon it has equipped. So, like, if everything levels up, like, it has to show you the stats of everything, which takes a lot longer, but I still do kind of miss it. Okay, so admittedly, we should actually probably be, like, focusing on leveling up Wanda, because none of my other all my other Pokemon are weak to ground, and the first gym is a rock gym. I mean, Scoot's gonna get Metal Claw, which will really help, but, you know, other than that, like, everything will hurt really bad. Caterpie! I don't have to worry about getting poisoned! Yay! And I miss the old music. Like, the new music is fucking awesome and everything, but still. The old music was also really good. And yay, Tolerant Sand Attack! Now I can annoy the piss out of everyone I'm fighting. Oh, didn't mean to go in the bag. Actually, let's look at the summaries of our Pokemon. A hardy nature. Alright, this is one that doesn't actually tell you what the natures do. Ability is Vital Spirit, so it can't get put to sleep. Impish nature, I think that's a defensive nature. Prevents loss of accuracy. Brave nature. I think that works less. I think that lowers defense. And Shield Dust, which prevents added effects. Scoot, of course, has Blaze, and has a Lax nature, which I think is a neutral nature. I don't have all the natures memorized, so yeah. I'm used to looking at the stats to figure out what the nature does, because normally, like in the other, why do I keep running into Pikachu? Like, really? The game is just rubbing it in at this point. Like, this specific version of Viridian Forest has like the highest Pikachu population I've ever freaking seen. Stop growling at me. Just let me kill you. This way I'm gonna have to switch or heal. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. Yeah, definitely gonna switch. Let's switch to Scoop. Let's just burn it. You know, I'm trying to remember what the first Pokemon I caught was. Like, it was either a Rattata or a Pidgey. I think it was Pidgey. Like, I remember when it happened, it kind of sucked because, before this, one of my friends had, was playing my game, because, like, when I got it, I think just me and a few friends were just passing my Game Boy around, like, my old gray brick, and, we were playing it, and I was riding the bus to school. And when I caught it, I was like, yeah, I got a Pidgey! And, like, my friend was like, I already caught one. And I was like, ah. And the exact same thing with a Rattata. Like, he already caught, like, both of the Route 1 Pokemon before, like, I did. So it just kind of, like, dampened the excitement of, like, this is the first Pokemon I have ever caught. Because, like, we all got into, like, I got into the game because I started to watch the show. Like, I can't remember what episode it was. Like, it was one of the early, like, it was one of the early season, like, Indigo Plateau episodes. Like, I think it was actually the very tail end of the episode when I first saw it. Like, I remember waking up for school one morning, and before I would go to school, I would watch some cartoons, because, like, you know, I had to wait for the bus to get there, and then I'd walk down to the I'd walk down to the bottom of the hill and get on the school bus. But I can't remember. I know it ended with, I think it ended with Misty, like, catching something. I'm trying to remember. Like, I was like 6, 7 at the time. It was like 20. It was like literally like 20 years ago. But like yeah, like I remember I used to wake up every morning, and I would catch like the last like 2 minutes of Animaniacs, and then start watching Pokemon. And, like, that's basically how I started every morning when I was in freaking elementary school. And I remember, like, in my elementary school, like, when all the kids would get there, like there'd be like 3 doors in the front, and we'd all go into one of those based on what grade we were in. And for like the 4th and 5th graders, you would go into one, basically hang out in the doorway and on the stairs until like a bell rang, then we'd all go up to our classrooms. And I remember one day, like, one of the people there, I want to say it was like a guy I ended up actually becoming friends with in like high school, like years and years and years and years later. But he was playing gold or silver, and I was like, what? And I was kind of like looking over his shoulder, watching him play it. I noticed he named the character Ash, and I've already played it a bit at that point. I was like, it's not Ash. He's like, no, it's Ash. He's like, I remember like having like a little disagreement with him over that, and I probably should not have fought this guy yet. I probably should have gotten Wanda at least one more level. Oh wow, I've already been live for like 50 minutes. It feels like it's been 2. Fucking love Pokemon, man. It's the best. I mean, yeah, it's kind of really fucking easy, but you know, it's Pokemon. It doesn't matter. It's fun for everyone. It's the game where it's like, okay, it's super easy unless you want to get competitive. Then it's like super hard. I almost said a thing that I'm not going to say because I fucking hate it when people constantly do it. Like, I was about to compare it to Dark Souls, and I hate that because, like, apparently that's the only hard game that exists, according to, like, video game journalists. Because, like, every difficult game is the Dark Souls of genre. You know, like how the fucking Crash Bandicoot trilogy, the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy that they released a bit ago was the Dark Souls of platformers. And it's like, no, it's not. Stop comparing everything to freaking Dark Souls. There were hard games before that. But my favorite, like easily my favorite thing like that, was around the time that Cuphead released. And okay, this is about to get like a little bit not safe for work. So if you're sensitive to stuff like that, like pause the audio for a few minutes. But like, they took like a panel from like basically an adult manga, and the panels, and like originally like this became kind of like a big meme. So like it kind of floated around everywhere for a little while. But it said, like, the actual like speech bubble said this, like wait, this isn't Smash Bros, this is anal sex. But the best like comparison to a hard game I've seen was like someone talking about Cuphead, and they took that but edited it so it says, wait, this isn't Dark Souls, this is Contra. And it's like, yes, finally someone recognizes a difficult game like that's not Dark Souls. And admittedly, the first Contra is actually pretty easy. Like, you gotta use, like I'm not good at it, so I have to use the Konami code. Like, I can't beat it with 3 continues of 3 lives each. I gotta use the code to get the freaking 30 lives, because otherwise I'm just gonna get destroyed. Okay, Wanda's level 6. She learned the low kick, which is gonna be useless. right, is gonna be useless in this forest because everything is super light. Excuse me. But it is a fighting move, which I think bugs are weak to. That was a critical. Oh no, they're not. Wait, what? I thought bugs were weak to fighting. Huh. Weird. Yay, another Kakuna! Like this, like for the early part of the game, this is like honestly the best grinding spot. Like this forest, because like sure the Kakunas take an age and a half to take down, but they actually give a good chunk of experience. It's because they're evolved Pokemon. Okay, that's gonna do like. That's gonna be doing like no damage, so fucking. I think Scoot is the only one with a special move. Oh yes, and also because of all like the grinding and stuff, I think I'm actually gonna like have the Nuzlocke streams run a bit longer than the normal 2-hour time limit I impose normally. Hey, its defense won't go any higher. But yeah, like I'm probably gonna not use the. I'm probably gonna have the time for like these streams be about 3 hours. Like, still not 100% sure yet. I'm just gonna feel it out. Okay, let's actually... Wanda's actually running really low on PP for Scratch, so let's switch her out for Ka. And try to get Ta Gust, which I think is in like 2 or 3 more levels. Okay, now, originally, where it says Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlock on the side of the screen, okay, originally I was gonna try to put like a team there, like get like the sprites for the Pokemon for the team there, and you know, use that. But I didn't really. But I didn't because like I got an image of all 151 original Gen 1 Pokemon. Like, all their sprites. It was colored version of all the Gen 1 sprites. And, okay, good. I forgot I bought a shitload of those. And, like, and I was gonna cut each one of those out individually and basically load up a bunch of images into freaking OBS, which is what I use to stream. And but turns out, like, even though there is a way to do this, I have no idea how to make Psy save a PNG with a excuse me. I don't know how to make it save with a transparent background. So I'm not gonna. So like I decided to just not bother. And wow, I only have 1 use of Scratch left. I used that 34 times already. Holy shit! Like, I could have sworn I didn't use it that many times in this forest. Yeah, I did go to here because Landra is like like, healed. I didn't use the potion on her. Oh, well, yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm just not. Go for it, Ta! Sand attack! Now, it's also not like, since I've always kind of wanted to do a Nuzlock Let's Play, I think I might just rip these VODs from Twitch and, like, throw them in my editor, like my video editor, like, make them an acceptable make them a decent format and post it to YouTube, like as like the entire like video, like the entire like stream, not like cut up or anything. Okay, let's switch to Scoop. That way, Ta doesn't take too much poison damage, and of course, Scoop's now poisoned too. Well, at least Scoop can one-shot this thing, most likely. Okay, I'd be disappointed if it couldn't. I think it did, like, Ta didn't learn, fucking... Gus. Why am I blanking on so many things? Okay, now for this one, I'm gonna let Londra kill this one. That way she'll get a good chunk of experience, because we do want Londra to level. Because even though she's like also super, she'll be also like super weak to rock and ground. Like, when she's a Butterfree, she gets a pretty powerful Psychic move, like, right away. And plus, I think at level... I want to say, like, level 12? She should get, like, she should get the fucking... She should get one of the powder moves, like, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, and Stun Powder. I think it's Stun Powder. I can't remember. I haven't used that move in 12 billion years, so... And plus, in the last Nuzlocke, in pretty much every other Nuzlocke I do, I end up running into a freaking Weedle first. Okay, I'm sorry, like, this beginning part is... It's going to take 12 billion years, I'm not gonna lie. Like... And I don't want to do any grinding off stream, because that's part of the experience. And plus, most of your... Like a handful of the deaths you're gonna get are gonna be from grinding. Especially from fucking Rattatas and Raticates with fucking Hyper Fang. Because that's a move. You can have 2 poison Pokemon. Heal up Scoop. Then heal up Ta. Okay, now, admittedly, Low Kick should actually be enough to take out some of Brock's Pokemon, but like I still want Wanda to be a decent level, because I think Brock's Pokemon are level 10 and 12. I know his Onix is level 12. I don't know how I remember, but I do. Ember.
Bird.
Oh man, as soon as I get a Pokemon that can learn, I can make a throwback to my like super old Pokemon Crystal Let's Play that I deleted from YouTube because it was utter shit. But like, for some dumb reason, every time a Pokemon used a Dragon Rage, I just went
Dragon Rage.
Because even though that voice murders my throat, I love doing it. And plus, Dragon Rage is a good move to use for that voice. I remember this other like super small YouTuber that like I was talking with on every once in a while on Skype at the time. Basically cut out some audio from one of my videos of me saying that, and just like looped it for like for like a solid like 10 seconds, and like posted that and like linked it to me because he just really liked the way I said
Dragon Rage.
Good thing I have a drink here because otherwise my throat would hurt. That is not an easy voice to do. Yeah. Case in point, it just made me cough. Muted the mic because it was kind of a loud one. Londra. I like that. Okay, I actually kind of like that name, Londra. Sounds like a weird druidic name, kind of. Or if you pronounce it as Lan instead of Lon, it'd be like a robot mage. It'd be like a robot mage's name, or technomancer, if you will. A mage whose magical powers are exclusively technology based. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Man, I can't wait till I get the fucking running shoes. I'm actually gonna run back to the Pokemon Center and, actually, no, I'll just keep going. Like, I can... Like, if I really need to, I could just throw a potion on Scoot, throw him up front, and have him just body everything. Because I'm actually kind of close to the exit, and I want to, like, heal Wanda so she can actually use Scratch. And plus, Ta kind of needs some heals too. Hopefully this wheel just spam String Shot so like Londra won't, so like Londra can actually like get killing without me having to stop and heal her. Or switch her out. Because I did get a head start by using String Shot. I mean, I did get a head start by me switching in, I mean, not using String Shot. Using String Shot is actually why I'm ahead of it in HP. Nope, never mind. Yep, I'm switching. I do not want a Death Bell ready. You know what? I just remembered a fucking, like, audio thing I found on Tumblr like a billion years ago. And and basically what it was someone took like one of the Pokemon battle themes that like felt like a you're running out of time theme, and they mixed it with like the beeping for a Pokemon having low health, and it was something like when you're in the middle of a dungeon and you only have one Pokemon left or something like that. I really want to find that because that's what anxiety sounds like. Like the fucking like the low HP beeping like that doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. And like a theme that's like really like hectic and really sped up. It's like you're running out of time, hurry up, hurry up. Like that's what that's perfect for what like that like if anxiety made a sound, it would be that. And I'm fucking poisoned again. This is why I bought 10 potions right off the bat. I mean antidotes, not potions. I said potion because I just said poison. I think I just said poison. I might have said potion. Like at first, then I said then I'm glad I bought potions. Which I'm glad I bought a couple of those, but like, you know, 7 was like 7 potions wouldn't be entirely necessary. And I don't think in this version this guy's Metapod has tackle. I think it's because, like, in the original, when a Kakuna or when a Weedle or Caterpie evolved into a Kakuna or Metapod, they would actually lose tackle and string shot. They would just have Harden. So of course, when you ran into the guy who had a Metapod or a Kakuna, it would only know Harden, because that's what all yours like knew, which made training them up a real pain in the ass. But in later games, like I think starting with Yellow actually, when they evolved, you would keep tackle and string shot. Level 8. Oh, I didn't learn it. Then up Caterpie. Oh wow, Caterpie's running out of tackles too. Hopefully it learns Gust soon. Yes! Sweet! Now Todd can carry us out of here. Since Bug are weak to flying and Gust is the flying move. Bam! Dude, you know I hate that. Partly because it's such an that's not that one specifically, but used pound in that manner is so overdone. It's extremely overused. Any lewd or any lewd thing involving Pokemon. If they do the letterbox at the bottom that's like the chat box that says whatever used whatever, it gets almost a guarantee that it says pound. Yay, one step to another battle. You know, given how many Pikachu I ran into right at the beginning, I'm amazed I'm not running into more. And watch now that Taz out front. From now on, it's just going to be Pikachu. Oh, excuse me. Potion! Okay, there's actually... This is the last trainer battle in this area. And once we get out of the forest, we're basically in the next town. And I'm gonna call a quick break there. That way, like, we can all, like if we need to, we can grab a snack, use the bathroom, stuff like that. It'll be like a 5... Like, I'm not gonna give it, like, a specific time, but it's gonna be a short break. Because I kind of have to pee. Was this all this guy had? Yeah, I think Ta's actually... Yeah, I think that was all he had. Wait, is Ta a higher level than Scoot now? He totally is! Well, yeah, like, I think this is also considered... And... Yep, this is Route 2, so... If we caught a Pokemon, like, before the forest, we wouldn't be able to catch one here. Okay, so... I'm gonna heal up, real quick. Okay, so we're gonna take like a quick break. So if you guys need to go use the bathroom, go get a snack, like something to eat, and I'll be back soon. All right, see you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. How you guys liking it so far? Excuse me. Oof. Man, now I keep burping for some reason. Let me just turn the fan on. That's good. Alright, let's get right back into it. Okay, so I healed up. You're gonna switch Landra to the front. Okay, ideally I want all my guys to be at least level 10 by the time I go to fight Brock. But first, gonna catch a Pokemon here. Rattata! Looks like I'm catching myself a Rattata. And, like, I like Rattata and Raticate. They're just not the best Pokemon. Like, their speed is ridiculous, and fuck Hyper Fang. Ah, fuck. I think I can tackle it once more without it dying. Okay. But yeah, like, Hyper Fang is a ridiculous move, which, admittedly, in like, a good chunk of, like... Actually, like, now that I think about it, when I was watching Pro Jared's Nuzlock of Fire Red, most of his deaths were due to Rattatas and Raticates with Hyper Fang. You know, I actually have a name I always give, like these guys. I always name them Felon, because, like, basically one of my friends, like, before like, I hung out with him a lot, I just did not use Rattata and Raticate at all. And he was like, "No, man, you should use them. They're really fast, and they get some good moves. Like, they're pretty good Pokemon." Like, which for like the game, like the main game, yeah, they're pretty decent. Like, there are other Pokemon who are better, but they're still pretty good. And one of the names they use is Felon, which is mostly in Maple Story, I believe, back when we both still played that. Excuse me. So, yeah, so now because of that, whenever I catch a Rattata, I name it Felon. I usually end up replacing them by about like two or three batches in, because, you know, normally I got better Pokemon by that point, or I'm only working to catch Pokemon that I want on my team. But this is a Nuzlocke, so I don't really have a choice. I can't be picky. Technically. Like, yeah, I technically can't really be picky. Like, it's either the first thing I see that's not something I already own, or nothing at all. Okay, so for the next bit of the stream, it's just gonna be me running around this, like, little area getting into battles. Because, unfortunately, you don't get the running shoes till after Brock. So I can't just go up there and like, "Oh, hey, look, running shoes! This is gonna make grinding a lot easier," and holy shit, Felon's almost dead already. Yeah, let's switch out to Scoot. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a grind thing, so if you guys want to ask me a question or like get my opinion on something, like tell me now so I can I'll talk about it for a bit. Okay, I think I'm just gonna switch Felon when I get into another battle, unless it's with a Metapod or something. Man, I want to remember what song that was in that like remix, because I know it was a Pokemon song. But I can't remember what the hell it was. When thankfully happiness like isn't really too much of a thing in this version, so I don't really have to worry about like keeping my Pokemon at like the top of their game. If I'm not in an area like Diglett Tunnel, because fuck that place. Okay, so SAO sucks for several reasons. First of which, and keep in mind, I did watch the beginning of SAO. I watched up until the beginning of the second arc. So I at least have a vague idea of what the hell I'm talking about. SAO sucks because, one, Kirito is perfect. Like, he is, like, literally, he is perfect. There's nothing he can't do. And that's not interesting. Like, he's a Gary Sewer, whatever the fuck you call it. Like, at first, I could, like, kind of put up with it, because, like, I could put up with him being literally the best at the game, despite, you know, other people who are probably more experienced gamers have had it for just as long as he has, who have been beta testers like he has. And they're not as good, apparently. And I could deal with him being literally fucking Jesus Christ at the game. I could deal with every single female character, regardless of age, wanting to bang him because it's a power fantasy anime for 14-year-old boys. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's part of what a lot of 14-year-old boys fantasize about. Anyway, like, I could deal with that until it got to UA, which is like the AI not daughter thing. That episode or two was too slice of life, and like they were like way too happy with it. So of course, like things fuck up, and they go into a dungeon for whatever reason, and they find a thing that's like, oh hey, this thing is designed to kill you. Like, it's not an enemy you're supposed to be able to beat. And then she's like, oh hey, I'm not just some random lost little girl. I'm a fucking psychology AI. I'm an AI designed to help players who are having psychological problems with the game, since it's like a direct neural connection. And and he's like, oh yeah, I can do that. So I have access to the source code of the game. So she just deletes the dude, which somehow means she like gets deleted too. Then fucking Kirito and Azusa like literally find a door into the core of the game's code. Like, they're in the game's code, and they have access to the game's code. And suddenly, bam! Kirito is the one. Like he's suddenly out of nowhere a hacker, the best hacker ever. He can do literally anything with a keyboard. So, what does he do? Does he like stop? Does he like rewrite the code so that helmets won't kill people when they die? No. Does he literally turn the logout button back on, which would literally be changing something from false to true? No. He programs and models a brand new item, puts his AI daughter's program into it, and puts it in his inventory. In the span of like 4 seconds. That is when SAO went from it's okay to this is kind of bad. Like this is a bit much. And I'm gonna get to another thing like a little bit later, but this is more on. Now I want to get onto the topic of the game itself, Sword Art Online, the game that they're all trapped in. That is a shit MMO. Like every class is close range DPS. Like I think there is some magic, but you only see like one character use it like ever. There are no potions. There's no healing magic. So the only way to heal is with use of healing crystals. And in the dungeons, which are literally just corridors with rooms branching off of them, it's really poor dungeon design. There are rooms that are anti-crystal rooms. Like they're trap rooms. You go in there, it's sealed off, like a billion mobs show up, and you can't use your crystals. You can't warp out of there. You can't heal. It's a kill trap, which is bad game design. Like, skills level up as you use them, which, you know, that can work. Elder Scrolls kind of does that fine. But instead of doing an Elder Scrolls route, it does a Final Fantasy II route, which everyone hated. Like, the only way to level up your HP and HP regen is to finish battles with low health. The only way to increase your armor, like your armor rating, is to get hit. The only way to increase your weapon and your weapon skills is to use them. Which, once again, as I said, if done right, that can be a good level system, but this game doesn't do it right. Like all the dungeons are horribly designed. The whole, get the last hit on the boss to get, a super rare drop thing. That's just dumb. And that doesn't promote teamwork. Like, a lot of these dungeons are, a lot of these, raids are supposed to freaking do. Excuse me. The UI, the menu in your interface is garbage. Because in order to use an item, you need to bring up your character menu, go through 3 drop-down menus, and then you to use the item. So healing in the middle of a fight is fucking possible. And doing anything with the menus is horrible. You know how in MMOs there are a lot of people have menus fucking everywhere, all over the screen? That's because you need them. You need them all over the damn screen. When you get high level play in a lot of MMOs. So that's a whole shitstorm. And now for the reason fucking SAO went from a bad anime to absolute trash. And it all revolves around Asusa, the only interesting character in the show. She's introduced as a player who is good at the game. Who, she's a good player, one of the best. But they don't let her be. When she, once she gets together with Kirito, she is literally Zelda. Like, she's a good character. She can handle herself. They don't let her. Like when someone insulted her or something, like, instead of her just, like, she was about to go beat the shit out of him, but Kirito's like, no, I'll defend your honor. And she's like, okay, wait, okay, fine, whatever. So he does, he goes and beats up the guy because Kirito is literally fucking Jesus. Like, and it goes on through the entirety of the Sword Art Online arc. Then, after that arc, they remove her from the story. She becomes a non-character for the majority of the rest of the show. And keep in mind, this is actually the part where I stopped watching. But I have watched a ton of stuff, like talking about it, summarizing it, etc. And spoiler, after they get Sword Art Online shut down, because the whole point was the only way for these guys to get out of Sword Art Online, which they spent like 2 years in the game, by the way, is to beat the final boss. As it turns out, the leader of the guild Azusa and now Kirito belong to is the final boss, who is the guy who made the game, and the guy who set it up to be a kill game. To where like the guy who set up you die in the game, you die in real life thing. And like, he eventually kills them, but both he and Azusa die. But they don't really die because, like, their soul, like, they don't get killed by, like, the headset. They just kind of get sent into, like, limbo. Because we can't have them die because they're the main, because it's the main character and is, like, it's the main character and the main waifu. So, sorry, I muted my mic to cough. So Azusa and like a handful of other players don't wake up after everyone else does. Now, like, the 10,000 people who like were in the game, which, by the way, is actually a really horrible launch for a video game. Anyone who knows anything about video games knows that. Which the guy who wrote the light novels has no idea what the fuck a video game even is. But anyway, son of a bitch. Azusa doesn't wake up. So Kirito goes to visit her in the hospital. What she had. Well, first they introduce Kirito's like half-sister, I think it is, and which introduces an incest subplot. That's a not good. I mean, like, and like, people, like, I let people do their things, but no thank you. So that becomes a thing. Thankfully, it never really goes anywhere. But they don't really use it as a way to grow the characters anyway. They just completely flub it. And turns out that Azusa is kind of the heiress to like a huge company, which apparently in Japan, like if your parents own a huge company, like when you grow up, you're gonna take over their huge company. Because apparently industry runs on freaking medieval kingdom rules now. And she's in an arranged marriage with a guy who's literally a rapist. Like, there's no two ways about it. He's a fucking rapist. Because, like, and when they introduced that villain, that's when I stopped watching. Like, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, made me throw up my hands and just go, nope, and just quit the show. But, like, turns out he owns the new MMO that everyone's playing, Alfheim Online, which is literally a SAO clone. So when Kirito finds out that, oh hey, Alphys is trapped in the game, which is done by like a dude he knew from Sword Art Online, who runs a bar, showing him a picture that someone took, a screenshot that someone took in the game of her. So he gets a copy of the. So he's literally given a copy of the game, and like since it's copied off of SAO, he gets all his items, including his fucking not daughter, who comes back as like a pixie for some dumbass reason. And this is when like you're introduced to a character who turns out to be his sister, who develops a crush on him, and that's how that whole subplot starts. But like, turns out that she is kept there in the literal birdcage, like Alphys is kept in there in the literal birdcage, and is literally subject to the advances of the dude. I would agree with you, except for it's kind of not, because Alphys is literally sexually assaulted at least twice on screen. First time when she escapes and goes to and like uses like the game's like mailing system to send Kirito like a key to like get into the place where they're all trying to go, and so like they could actually like rescue her. Which, by the way, Alfheim Online is another really badly designed game. But like when she does that, she gets captured by literal tentacle monsters, and while she's being held and taken back to her room, like they're constantly groping her. Like, yeah, that's not cool. And the second time is when they actually get up there, like the villain, who like. The only reason why he's even memorable is because he's like a fucking sleazebag. He literally like rips off most of her clothes and almost rapes her in the game in front of Kirito. But apparently like he busts out of whatever bonds he's in and he kicks his ass or something. But yeah, like that is what elevated SAO from being bad to being trash that's not worth watching. If you want to watch an MMO, I mean, if you want to watch a show like a show that takes place in an MMO, like in a game, watch Dot Hack. There's like 18 Dot Hack series, and even though one of them does get kind of like creepy, incestuous at times, it's still better than fucking Sword Art. Watch Log Horizon. That's a newer one that I hear is also actually really good. There are a million other shows that you can watch better than SAO. Okay, like I'm gonna end that rant there because like I'm starting to get loud, and I don't want to get really loud, and I've been on this rant for like half an hour, I think. But hey, yeah, that managed to kill some time while I was mindlessly grinding. Thanks for that one, Alex. Hope you enjoyed that. No, but seriously, watch Dot Hack. It's really good. I need to get the PS2 games. Like, I remember my friend had like the first like 2 or 3, and I borrowed him from him. I beat the first one, and got partway through the second one. So like, yeah, that like Dot Hack is actually good. And I feel like I'm one of the 4 people who actually remembers it. Like, 2 of the others are... oh no, like I don't stand for that shit. Like look. People can, like, let people do their own thing, But like that's a bit too far when literally all the female characters who are of any importance are literally only there to say, "Oh wow, I want to ride the main character's dick," even if the character is like 10, which does happen at one point, and they have a full scene of her in nothing but her underwear. So like that's a thing. Okay, what kind of level design? But anyway, as I was mentioning earlier, like I feel like I'm one of the only four people who remember what the hell dot hack is. One of which is Alex, a replay. The other one of which is Kieran from Team 4-Star. Those like Alex, you and him are literally two of the only other people I ever hear mention dot hack. And dude, I have no idea. Like, I've watched one episode of Super. That's all I know about it. All I know is that I've watched the one episode of Super where Kale and Caulifla were Kale and the other one who become Caulifla. They were fighting Goku. In the Tournament of Power, and that's the only actual episode I saw. So all I really know is that, and that the show does not like Tien Shinhan. They do not like him anymore. I'd say that's. Huh. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Well, first thing, depending on the thing, but first thing, you want to come up with a story. You come up with a story, then you build the world that the story takes place in. Excuse me. Then you work how to get the player or the party from A to B to C to D. I designed a I kind of worked on a bit of a world. Actually, no, hold on. I actually want to show this. So there's not going to be any game audio real quick. I need to find this image. Let's see. I think it's just dropped in my pictures folder. Just gotta freaking find it first. Desktop. Pick. Wait for that to open. Oh, here it is. Oh wow, that's way too fucking big. This is a map I made for my Pathfinder campaign. It's the world that it takes place. It's the continent that it takes place in. And they started at Sandpoint, stuff like that. But the mistake I made was I was trying to make the world and the campaign at the same time, which is really difficult to do, and I just kind of can't. Alright, Felon was up the front. I'm gonna switch Landra at the beginning so she can get some levels. Yeah, dude, that's not Tamriel. Though, admittedly, it does share one similarity it does share with Tamriel is that's actually another it depends on what you're working on. with some video, like with like platformers or action, or like some action games, it is actually better to design the level first and then like the world and why you're going around. Yes, that's right. Like Honor Orlando is actually really fucking cool. Like and plus like with games like Dark Souls, like I haven't really played many of the Resident Evil games, to be perfectly honest. Like, the only ones I've actually really played were 5 and a bit of Code Veronica. Like, I'm not into horror games, so I normally stay away from them. The only reason I even really played 5 was because, like, it was more of an action game than a horror game. And it's actually not, then it's not shit. Like, it's not good. It's not, like, really good, but it's not bad. Like, it's a lot better than a lot of, like, the hardcore Resident Evil fans, like, say it is. But then again, they are kind of justified, considering that 5 is kind of just a watered-down, more action version of 4. But, like, with Dark Souls, like, in context, I would consider Honor Orlando a bit of a level. Because, like, the entire world, the entirety of the game is, like, the world. Like, well, I consider Honor Orlando more of, like, a big-ass level. Like, I would consider, like, the individual chunks more like big-ass levels, like Undead Burg, Demon Ruins, fucking Blight Town, which can go rot in hell. I fucking hate Blight Town. It's like annoying to run through. It's kind of confusing, you know. Even after I learned that, oh hey, there's a torch on every ladder that goes down. Like, it's annoying. It's like kind of hard to navigate. The frame rate, like, is at 40% the entire time. But yeah, like, hating on Blight Town isn't anything new. Yeah, basically. Because I don't like being scared. And Resident Evil 5 isn't, like, it has a lot of tension, but it doesn't scare you. And it's not even really anything like fundamental. I just don't like being scared. That's literally it. Well, that Gatorade's gone. Okay, in about 5 minutes, we're probably gonna have another break because it's like been an hour. That freaking Sword Art Online rant made that hour feel like 5 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, like, I'm trying to, like, I know there was one game that's, like, a legit horror game that I actually really liked. I can't remember what the fuck it was, though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, remember where the shortcut is so I can do that, too. Especially when I get Dark Souls on Switch. That's gonna be fun. Fucking... Man, what game was I playing? What game did I play when I was, like, younger? That was, like, a legitimate horror game, but I actually really enjoyed. Can't remember what it was. Wow, Londra looks like she's in Londra's in really bad shape. It's gonna bug me. I think it was on the PS. It was either on the PS1 or PS2. I know it wasn't on the 64 or Super. Okay, I'm just gonna go heal real quick because I don't have any paralyzed heals and I don't want to waste one. I don't want to use one of my 2 potions to heal up Londra. What the fuck was it? Okay, anyway, we're gonna go on another, like, quick break, because it's, like, been an hour. So go stretch your legs, grab a snack, use the bathroom if you have to. Okay, so, yeah, I'm gonna go think about that while I go stretch my legs. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I never remember that that's the way you go. That's the way you, get through Blight. That's the way you skip Blight Town. I still can't remember what the fucking horror game was. Like, I know Symphony of the Night, there was a couple areas that kind of scared me, but that was more the music putting me on edge. Because, like, the fucking Catacombs theme in Symphony of the Night, that's actually creepy. Like, the slightly off-tuned piano with, like, the creaking and, like, noises in the background. You know, I think... Okay, I'm gonna wait another couple minutes for everyone to get back from their break. Okay, that's weird. I went to go type something in, and apparently, even though I'm clicked off of the game, it still controls in the game. That's fucking weird. You know what this gift wall needs? More Vaporeon. There we go. I fucking love Vaporeon, man. Vaporeon's just the best. Excuse me. Alright. Back to the game! Woo! And I can't really, like, spin around with fast because, like, I don't have a D-pad. Well, it's not, like, actually a D-pad, it's just the arrow keys. You know, I think I'm gonna worry about leveling Wanda and Felon later. I need to get Wanda, like, up at least 2 more levels. Same thing with, fucking... Scoot. I completely blanked on his name again. Yeah, like, you know, it's kind of weird, but, like, level design isn't really the kind of thing that you think of, unless you're dealing with bad level design. Like, really good level design, just, like, you don't even think about it, it just feels, like, real, so, like, it doesn't even really register. Or at least that's how it is with me. And it's also good level design where you actually can figure out where the fuck you're going. Like in Dark Souls. Like with Dark Souls 1. It's a big world. And, like, going from one area to another takes a while, but you learn the area. Like going through it, you remember the path you took. And then when you unlock a shortcut, like, your brain, like, updates your internal map, so it's like, okay, so instead of going straight down this way and taking the third left, then another left, then 2 rights, going straight for a little bit, then taking another right, then a left, then an immediate right, and going through like, kind of kiting, like, 4 fucking... What the fuck are they called? The assholes that turn you to stone. Whatever, like, you kite like 4 of those guys, then you get to the boss. And you figure out, oh hey, like right before those guys, there's like a ladder that you can kick down, and then all of a sudden, and it takes you to like the first left instead of like the third, like right after the bonfire. But like, yeah, like Dark Souls is the game where you learn the map. Like, no, not Medusa heads, and not Castlevania. I want to say it begins with a B. I almost want to say basil something, but I'm thinking of the basil geese from Monster Hunter, which is a completely different can of worms. Basilisks, that's it. Basilisks. They spit out like a fog that turns you to stone. It's like, it doesn't even hurt you. Like, it just fills up a meter super fast, and if the meter gets full, instant death. Fucking basilisks. And all the while taking down like low-level hollows, a couple like bigger ones, like a pack of 3 to 5 dogs, because there's always 3 to 5. Like, if you notice. Okay, after Wanda gets one more level, I'm gonna switch to Scoot and get him a couple levels. And of course, Wanda's poisoned. Yay! Hopefully, I run into a couple like Metapods or Kakunas, because that'll make this go a lot quicker. Yeah, honestly, like if I was doing this on if I wasn't doing this on a stream, I would probably grind till like everyone was level, till like my entire team was like level 12 or 13. But I'm gonna go in it with with the 2 guys I'm actually going to use, or actually have the possibility of being used level 11. Am I using low kick? Why the fuck am I using low kick? Like, did my brain automatically switch to using toss? Like, okay, super effective move is like right below the first one, so use that. Man, autopilot is weird sometimes. Speaking of weird, this melon Powerade tastes really fucking weird. Like, it's more bitter than it should be. It's weird. I need to do another Monster Hunter stream soon. You know, maybe actually fight the Basil Geese, because I still haven't fought them yet. Even though I could have fought him a long time ago. Hell, I killed all the Elder Dragons you need to do to get to the final boss. And I also beat the final boss. But I still haven't fought the Basil Geese. Legitimately fought him. I mean, he showed up and I threw poop at him. Because that's how you get monsters to leave, by literally throwing poop at them. Because, let's be honest, if someone throws shit at you, you're gonna leave. I still need to beat that guy up. I can't remember what his armor looks like. I've seen a video where Pro Jared and one of his friends fought the Basil Geese, and they beat him, and they got it, and he showed off his armor, at least the male version, at least. I don't know if I ever actually got enough parts to check it, because I did get a couple pieces of it, because the monsters will sometimes drop material, like a piece of their material. Like when certain things happen, like maybe when you break apart or you hit them with a very specific, like type of ranged thing in a very specific area. Like hit him in a very specific area. Like their major weak points or something. See, like I did get a couple pieces of it, but no. And okay, that's like that and low kick are the only moves I need for Wanda. So, okay, now Scoot should be super quick because nope. Because he's like halfway to level 11. Wait, should it be 11 or 12? Like, when did he learn Metal Claw? Because that's the move that's actually good against them. Is Metal Claw. Or should I say, Metal Claw. Wasn't trying to make that sound like Metal Gear, but that... Okay. I can't do Snake... I don't think I can actually do a Snake voice. But now I really want to try. I mean, I've heard his voice enough. I fucking love the Metal Gear games. Like, with the exception of Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge and Metal Gear Solid's VR mission, I have all of them except for the physical version of Phantom Pain. I bought that one digitally. But like, I have like most of the Metal Gear games, and I got the HD collection for PS3. Which, fun fact, Gara was actually over at my house when I was beating Metal Gear 2. And, like, I was at the very end of Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, the really fucking weird, trippy part. And before that, I don't think he's ever really even seen any of the game. So, it was like going in blind at the very end. Like, I remember at least like 3 different points you actually pointed out that you had no fucking clue what was happening. Also, it's nettled, not meddled. Meddled is like the past tense of meddling, which is like troublesome or like being annoyed. Or like, wait, no, not being annoyed. Is like troubled or like interfering with. Nettled is, from what I can tell, annoyed or angry. Or at least that's all I can surmise from the way it's used in DBZA. Which, speaking of DBZA, like, apparently, it's quite possible that they're actually going to end it after Cell. Like, end DBZA, like, they're not gonna do the Boo stuff. Which is kind of sad, but at the same time, like, I totally fucking understand. Because, like, DBZ kind of started to suck after Cell. Like, don't get me wrong, it was still good. But it just, like, wasn't as good, and they actually finished Vegeta's character arc, which was awesome. Actually, no, I take that back. It didn't start to suck after Cell. It started to drag on after Cell. Like, it started to outstay its welcome. Which is why they ended it after, like, 5 forms of Boo. Like the original Boo or Fat Boo, then Super Boo, who was just then Then, I think it was Super Boo. Like, the form after, like, when he dispels the... When, like, Fat Boo dispels his evil side, then the evil side eats him. I think that's referred to as Super Boo. And, like, the 5 things... I just healed twice. Like, the 5 things after that. Where it was like... Okay, here is Boo who absorbed Gohan. Here's Boo who absorbed Gotenks. Here's Boo who absorbed this guy. Like they did that, and that Boo, like the Boo when he actually got a personality. Yeah, I don't count Skinny Boo because he was there for like a minute. But like yeah, like I don't count that Boo. Like after he started absorbing other characters, he became a bland cell. Like that's when it started to get like that's when it started to get boring. But then it was Kid Boo, then it was good again. But by that point, the series was like over. The series was like closing in on like 300 episodes, and it was like, yeah, I'd rather not. Slash. I like Sandshrew, and Sandslash. They're cool Pokemon. They're not like really good, but they're pretty cool. Ladies and time distance. Yeah, I always got annoyed by like the posts that were like, "Oh, look at this kid saying that you're light years away from facing Brock, and he's right there. What a dumbass!" It's like he at least corrects himself. Wait, let's fight Brock. And hope we don't get our first death. We probably are. Karate chop. One hit, crit. Fuck yeah. Hey, maybe we won't actually lose someone. Because low kick should do a shit ton of damage to Onyx. And it's pretty fast. Yep, that did a shit ton of damage. With the exception of using Bulbasaur or Squirtle. Like, whenever I had Charmander as, like, a starter, like, all the times I have ever fought Brock in my life, this was probably the easiest fucking one where I had Charmander as a starter. Holy shit. I was not expecting to beat him so soundly. I was expecting to have to throw out, like, at least, I was expecting to have to throw out someone to, basically be a sacrifice while I heal the important guys. I am dumbfounded that that was so fucking easy. That completely caught me off guard. I think there's like an item out here. There it is. Okay, so before, like right about I think right here, there was a guy who, if I tried to go by, was like, "Wait, young Rocket, follow me!" And he just dragged me to the gym. But now we can talk to this guy. We get the riding shoes. Yeah. Okay, now if we hold down B, we'll hold on B. We move fast. Holy shit! This is actually amazing. And now I'm going to hold down the B key for the majority of the playthrough, except for when I'm inside. Because this is before you could run indoors. Quick. Go into the Pokemart to spend all my money on fucking repels. Four repels. And I can't afford a potion. Shit. Did I heal? Yes, I did. I forgot if I healed for a second. Oh no, wait. Let's put Londra back in front. Because there's a bunch of trainers here. So I'm gonna actually get some decent experience. Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? Okay, definitely switch Londra out. For Scoop! Use Ember! Ember! Yay! Launch you to level 7! Just sent out another Pidgey. Scratch it.
Burn it.
And the one thing I don't like about fighting like Pidgey and stuff is that they all know Sand Attack, and they all use it constantly. You're mean! What? Londra's evolving? Yeah, like the thing about bug Pokemon in the beginning is that they evolve quickly, so they get good stats faster, but their overall stats are still kind of bad. Da, 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 da. Learned Harden. Alright, the item's right there. Like, hold on, okay, so you can't see my mouse. Like this, like, little area right here, always check those squares, because, like, those tiles on the map, because those are almost always, like, hidden items. Hey, I saw you in Viridian Forest! It's a bug catcher! Bug catcher Carlton! Wait. I think I missed the bug catcher in the forest. And you have a level 10 Caterpie! Because these guys learned the ancient art of canceling evolution. Which you should only do if you want to get a specific move early. which isn't really a thing with early game Pokemon. Like, I can't think of many Pokemon where you'd want to do that. Like, it's just not really a thing. And of course you poison. You fuck. Caterpie! Let's use Tackle. Because, like, unless we miss, which we're not, which we're probably not gonna. Like, just gonna hit. Because, like, the thing is, all the moves that have 100 accuracy are guaranteed to hit unless, like, the opposing Pokemon either raises their evasiveness or lowers your accuracy. Which, by the way, because of how annoying it is, like, strictly, moves that raise your evasion are banned in, like, official tournaments and stuff. And the fandom even had... Hold on, my eyes are itchy. And the fandom even has a specific name for people who do that. Evasion noobs. Oh, I didn't know you had Twitch Prime. I just noticed a little crown next to your name. That means you have Twitch Prime. I'm gonna switch out Wanda. Let's go! Actually, no. Wanda! Because Ratha's normal type. And normal type is weak to fighting! Karate Chop! Ooh, a crit, too. There's no way that Ratha was going to be alive. I am amazed we haven't had a knockout yet. All right, it's poison. Fighting's weak to poison, or at least not effective against it. I'll keep Wanda out. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna buy... Okay, so I bought a few repels. Now... How many Pokeballs do I have? I have 5. Oh. I'm gonna buy a couple potions. Like, I'm gonna... Okay, there's still a handful of trainers out there. And I'm gonna be wanting to stock up on potions. Because Mount Moon is gonna suck. Because Mount Moon is like 80% Zubat, 10% like Geodude. I almost said Golem or Graveler, but they evolved from Geodude. Like, and the rest are just a mixture of like Paris and like very rarely a Clefairy. And like, none of my guys are super good against Rock, which is gonna be a good chunk of Mount Moon. Well, except for, except for Wanda. She's good against rock. Because fighting, which is basically martial arts, is good against rock. Because of the cliche of the martial artist karate chopping through a bunch of clay tabs, the clay tiles. It's like, chopping through like a bunch of them. Yeah, I never really played a Conjurer enough to get that. Partly because, like, I don't use, like, followers and stuff, and most of what the Conjuration is making followers. Huh, oh really? I guess I never really leveled up my restoration enough for that either, because that's not like my main focus when I play. Since I don't like grind skills, I just let them go naturally. With the exception of like fucking smithing, because I just craft a shitload of stuff like all the time. Okay, your HP is getting a bit low. Let's switch to Felon. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sweet. Actually, first, because I think one of these guys actually does have a move. Like one of these guys does actually no tackle. Could be wrong though. Because I believe all this guy has left is a Kakuna and a Metapod. So I'm just gonna switch out to Londra, just have her kind of just throw herself at him till like they're beaten. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Because this guy's defense won't go any higher, and I'm starting to run low on tackles. Oh, crit. Okay, interesting thing about crits is that they do both increase damage and ignore stat changes. Like, for example, with Harden, it raises your defense. Critical hits ignore stuff like that. This kind of reminds me of the anime for Pokemon, where basically, like, when they were in the Viridian Forest, Ash and Misty met up with this other trainer, and Ash and this other trainer, all they had left were Metapod. And they just stood there staring each other down for hours because back then all they could know was Harden. like they played it off for comedic effect that because like they were both stupid enough to like just not, they're both stubborn enough to not just call it a draw and just have their Metapods just stand there. Almost. Yeah! That took an age and a half. Defeated bug catcher Greg. Oh, I had new Pokemon. I would have won. Well, then catch new Pokemon. Don't use a fucking Metapod Kakuna. At least do the switch out technique, which technically you couldn't have done. But yeah, like since you're a bug catcher, that's really kind of all you had for options. Because like the only other bug Pokemon in Gen 1, Venonat and Venomoth, aren't for a while. Switch to Scoop. Get him some experience. Yeah. And then I'm gonna use Ember because, knowing my luck, like hitting the Nidoran would activate its ability Poison Point and Poison Scoop. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oranberry. Okay, so in this version specifically, I don't think there is a way to plant berries. So, what I'm gonna do is give this Oranberry to Felon. And what the Oranberry does is that when your Pokemon's HP goes yellow, it'll eat it and it'll restore 10 HP. Spear. Oh. Okay, definitely don't want to send out Wanda because fighting is weak to flying. Because it's incredibly hard to punch a bird. Like, that's basically the reasoning. Aha, your Fury attack sucks! Your peck hurt, though. Do I want to heal or switch? Yeah, let's switch. I think Scoot can take a hit. Okay, now I'll heal. Because I think Wanda would have taken more damage, so would have basically just wasted the heal. And plus, Scoot can use Ember, which is a special attack, so it's not affected by the growl. It's pecking me! Okay, good. That could hit up to 5 times, and with that crit, that was a bit scary. Metal Claw! Beat youngster Calvin. Now I'm gonna run back and heal real quick. Which is something you're gonna want to do, which is in Nuzlocke, it's something I'm gonna be doing a lot. Yep. Do do. Do 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 down down do do down. Do 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 down 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 down. I actually just paused the song. I never noticed that. Kinda weird. Sure, pose 350. How many potions do I have? I could probably use a couple more. Because, like, thing is, like, Mount Moon is actually pretty large, and it takes up it eats up a lot of resources because, like, the encounter rate's pretty high, and most of them are Zubat, which I don't think can confuse you at this point. Speaking of, I'm probably gonna have a Zubat. I wonder what I should name him. Again, by the way, if this guy didn't hit B every single time, like his Caterpie leveled up, I'm pretty sure he would have a Butterfree by now. I think Metapod and Kakuna evolve at level 10. 10 or 12, I want to say 10. Metapod. Okay, so after this battle, I'm pretty sure Laundra will evolve. So, you know, let's get Felon some experience. Because, like, the thing with a Nuzlocke is you kind of want to keep everyone, like, equally leveled. Like, that way you're less likely to lose one and then lose another one because they were under leveled. And you had to send them out. Also, hope I can get some decent type diversity. Again, I'm going to have to catch a Meowth at some point later on because there's an area where I can get a Growlithe, and I want to get the Growlithe. So I know Meowth is one of the other Pokemon that spawn there. So I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to hope I can catch one of them. That way if I run into one there, I can skip and actually get another fire type Pokemon just in case. Felon's now level 8. Woo! Buckcatcher James, done like dinner. Wow, that was a horrible James. I was trying to be like James from the Pokemon anime, but that was nowhere near. But Laundra's evolving. The Butterfree! Learn Confusion! It's a really good move. Nope. Fucking... There we go. You know, I can't catch a Pokemon here. So I'm gonna try to do that. Last Robin. The Jigglypuff! Yay, and this thing buffs the hell out of its defense too. That's gonna make it easier to weaken without killing. Holy fuck! Yeah, I'm gonna switch out. Not gonna do... Actually, no. Oh wait, no, this is a trainer battle, not a fucking... Oh, I thought... For a second I was thinking this is a wild Jigglypuff, because, like, you catch them in this area. Like, this is, like, the only place you can catch a Jigglypuff. Which... Honestly... Like, Wigglytuff is a pretty defensive Pokemon. And, like, I'm gonna be getting a couple Moonstones in Mount Moon to evolve it. But let's see what I get. It's probably gonna be a Spearow. Or a Nidoran male. Okay, that works. Okay, and I have a name for it. Okay, Felon. Let's hope this catches so Felon won't die. Because if it gets a crit, it's gonna kill Felon. Yeah! Yes. Okay, will it fit? Hold on, let me grab a thing real quick. I just want to make sure I'm spelling this correctly. Actually, no, wait, I grabbed the wrong thing. Gotta grab a different thing. I mean, like, if you watched Full Metal, you know exactly what I'm naming him. Watch Full Metal Alchemist. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, you know what? Like, one of the spellings won't fit, so I'll just kind of fudge it. King Bradley. As in Führer King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist. Or President King Bradley, if you read the manga. Berry. Okay, so I actually think we're gonna end it here. Excuse me. Because it's about to hit 3 hours. It's like 11 at night, so I'm gonna end it here. A different file saved? What? But no. Damn it. Oh, right. I can't because this is a, fucking... There we go. Yeah, this is... I have to do it on an emulator, so I have to save it like that. Alright. See you guys... I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna try to... I'm gonna stream again on Thursday. Not sure what I'm gonna stream. Maybe Final Fantasy 14, because I'm not gonna stream 9 until I get a capture card, because every time I go to save, it's like PS4 has blocked viewing, and like that's just kind of annoying, because I don't know what like the refresh rate is on that, like how much of it you guys like actually see and how much of it is kind of cut out. But yeah, might stream some Final Fantasy 14, might stream Monster Hunter, might stream just a random game I feel like doing, might stream BioShock or something. Alright, see you guys later.